So today was day one. Back to work, August 3rd, 2020, the year that will go down as, I don't know, the live version of hell, perhaps. It has been the most unbelievably daunting task to reimagine myself as an educator online, trying to figure out how to be exactly who I am as a teacher, which is a little crazy. No, that's a lie. A lot crazy and very outgoing and boisterous and loud and all of these things from this little square space I've built in my house out of my spare bedroom. So it's been, some colleagues of mine and I have worked really hard, without pay, mind you, for all of those people that say, teachers get their summers off. Not if you give a crap about teaching, you don't. So for 3 weeks, a month, we have been struggling and stressing and planning and meeting and doing all of these things to try to figure out, okay, how are we going to manage the technology, which is daunting in and of itself, and we're even a one-to-one school district, but how then are we going to translate that information to students in a way that's engaging? And today, day one, was professional development, and kudos to everybody who tried, but it sucked. I mean, it sucked. It sucked. I go into these breakout sessions that are an hour and 45 minutes long, and the first 10 minutes of the first one I went into, they said, okay, so what are your ideas? I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? I don't have any ideas. That's why I came to your breakout session. Inspire me. And that's a lot to ask people who have mostly been flying by the seat of their pants like I have, but it's also really ridiculous. No matter what I encounter when it comes to being an educator, I cannot tell you how absolutely ridiculous it is that they don't ask actual classroom teachers, like, what do you want? What do you need? Have you done it before? Can you show it to us? All right, great. And because you have this thing that you kind of figured out, we're going to go ahead and let you do some of the presentations so that we are not all lost, since you've done it. Like, you're with the kids. No, absolutely not at all. So thank you for trying, but no, that was awful. And next time, ask us. Just ask teachers, because we know. So when I have to imagine who I'm going to be as a teacher, I can do anything. I can do everything. I can dance. I can sing. I can dog and pony show. I can build lessons. I can absolutely do everything you ask of me. And then I will do some things you didn't ask of me, because that's what teachers do. Extra, over and above. But here's the worry and here's the concern. What if you host a virtual class and no students come? And therein lies the biggest dilemma. All the great planning in the world is not going to make a kid sit in front of their computer. And I had to spend around 6 hours today in front of my computer, and I had to get out of a meeting because I started freaking out and stressing out. I ran into some hiccups with the technology. Some of the people that I was listening to that were presenting ran into hiccups with the technology, and I wanted to quit, and my students are going to feel that much more and worse, because no matter how incredible they are, and they're incredible, and they have grit and determination for the most part, but they have little short lives. They're not going to have the skills. They're not going to know that you can break out for 5 minutes and go do yoga. They're not going to know that that silly breathing exercise that their teacher published on their website is actually so powerfully calming. Parents who aren't teachers, we know this is going to suck. We're going to do the very best we can. So we're all going to suck together. And we desperately, desperately want your children to learn and to succeed. We really do. Most of us, many of us, have our own kids. My son is going to be experiencing his senior year behind a computer. His varsity baseball senior year behind a computer. So we are all in the same place, and we're all in this together. But you got to be careful with your kids. You got to be gentle with your kids. You got to give them a break. But don't give them so much of a break that you don't make them do the work. Show up, all right, for them and with them. Thanks. subjects.